to Music in the Making.
That's illegal.
I want to be with you everywhere. A Halloween party. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk about work.
Not what I said.
Well, and I like Stanridge, so it's like I kind of.
Oh, you guys are friends?
Yeah,
You
I
guys
talked to
are
him. Yeah, we talked.
Talked
we
to him
talked
last week.
a whole 5 minutes at Midwest last year. We are 3 high school and junior high music teachers from West Central Illinois.
And someone had to go to the bathroom during intermission and missed it. And that someone is me.
Yeah! Each week we will talk about our experiences in the classroom, community, and personal lives too. Please welcome your hosts, Lisa Hallen.
We say move all this stuff down there, and then it gets moved, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we moved that from there to there to there? Stop recording.
Art Martinez. Happy Friday if it's not a Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, or if you're Lisa, it's a week later. And Kevin Ferry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
During class.
All these good ideas, and we lose track of everything. Welcome back to everyone to another episode of Music in the Making. Oh my gosh, we've had 2 snow days this week, and I feel like
About to have a third.
E-learning
Actually,
day.
E-learning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We don't have
days.
snow days.
It's so much easier to say snow days. I
It
keep
is.
saying like happy snow
I am
day.
E-learning.
I almost said a bad word, Lisa.
Thank you for restraining
That's
yourself.
your stuff.
I know, solo and ensemble boxes in the way. Speaking of, I brought in a box for you guys today.
Yeah.
Music in the Making. Merch is here!
Yeah, round
Is here.
one's
And guess
in.
who gets to deal with that? Nose
Lisa!
goes.
I'm the financial accountant.
I pulled my shirts out, so
I mean, probably the largest quantity is going with me.
to the Howland House.
So I probably should. Once I take mine out, they'll be easy to deal with.
I can read. I
Yeah,
can
we've
pull
got a
up
couple of out-of-towners.
Yep.
And I'll get a hold of Katie. But yeah, Music in the Making merch is here. I get that I'm blind, but I think they look sharp.
No, they do.
Yes.
I love the
I
color.
think they look
I like the
awesome.
design too.
If we had school tomorrow, I'd probably wear
I was
it.
gonna say.
Yeah, for real.
But I've seen some reports that we're getting 4 inches of snow. I've seen 10.5 inches of snow.
I've seen between 6 and 12. That's what I've seen.
For legal reasons, we don't know anything because this will probably be posted before the call is
Yeah,
made.
nothing official.
Yes, nothing
Oh,
official.
yeah.
Unless you hear the all-call global whatever it's called
What if
now.
that came through right now?
Oh.
Please.
No basketball game tonight and no school tomorrow. 4-day weekend. Woo!
Potentially 5.
Again.
Why do you think Tuesday? We're gonna.
Dude, have you not heard?
It's gonna be freezing.
Dude, it's gonna be like 1
high
degree
of
high.
-2.
Or yeah, it's
At
like
one point, I think I
yeah,
saw.
it's like
Yeah.
high of 1.
Okay,
degree.
so and when I say old school, I mean like 4 or 5 years ago. The thing.
Yeah. Before COVID.
I mean, let's
Before Mr. Martinez.
let's be honest. Back in the day, you never canceled school.
Yes.
Like it didn't matter how freaking cold it was.
Yeah.
The buses have heaters. Get over yourself and get to school. I remember walking home as a kindergartner from the bus stop in a blizzard. Like,
Uphill both ways.
well, no, it was
The blizzard's blowing left and right.
the blizzard was circular.
My mom, shout out, just texted me that we have a blizzard warning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I will let
We
you
do, or
No,
St.
we-
Bede does.
No, we
Monmouth
do.
does.
No, we do. It starts. It's like now, or like no, sorry, like now to like noon, and then it's like winter storm warning noon tomorrow to Saturday a.m. and then it's like winter weather, chill something or other Saturday to Tuesday. It's a crazy.
I know that, like, so I'm very, very jealous. Like, I was very fortunate to get to go to the New England Patriots game against Denver over break. You know where Demo's going to be Saturday or Sunday? Saturday night. He's going to Kansas City Chiefs playoff game.
He's gonna die.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be terrible.
die.
Going to be absolutely terrible. But anyway, yeah, we are not official. We're not calling school. But
So Rowan, if you're listening,
yeah.
don't start
It
texting
is.
people.
It's suddenly on the MRHS events Instagram page because of us, and
Yeah, you've heard it, folks. We're not having school tomorrow. That's not what we said. Our lawyer says we're not allowed to say that.
We have a lawyer?
yes.
It's Joel. Yeah.
So.
Sorry. Finish your story about kindergarten. I feel bad because I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. My point was, we never canceled school. And the temperature rule used to be like negative 10 degrees and a negative 50 wind chill.
Wow.
And that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
And now it's
Negative 20.
and I don't know, and this can be a debate for a lot of different things in our society, but are we smarter or weaker? You know, and like I live a block away, so they call school, whatever. I mean, I walk over here and I do work and get out of the house because I have a feeling we might be shut in for a few days.
But I think, I think that's a good conversation to have for many reasons. I think it's like also like people don't want to get sued.
They don't want get sued.
I mean,
for sure.
And I feel like these days that's like the reason. Not saying it is because I have no idea for sure, but like I feel like everyone's in such a place that it's like as soon as you do the one small mistake, it's like the end of the world. When it's like, I mean, we're all humans, we make mistakes, but like also I think it depends on the superintendent or whoever's in charge's point of view of, because some superintendents have their way of thinking where it's like it doesn't matter what the weather says. I'm gonna wait till the very
the weather, the better the weather. There's a grade school song there somewhere I used to teach.
That was 5 years ago.
Back in
the day when you said 5
taught
years
grade
ago.
school for 16 years. Woo!
But like some people wait till the very, very last possible second, which is a good and bad thing. But I think some people, it's like, you know what? I'd rather it be safe than sorry. And honestly, I think it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I really liked getting those texts the night before.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, because usually that doesn't happen here.
No.
And that was so nice. Because then you get that night before, I don't have school the next day, like feeling.
Yeah. Don't have to be up as early, but we still have to be up because of e-learning compared to a
I
snow
just
day.
got a text from one of my friends who he works in a school, and he just said they're calling it e-learning day already.
Wow.
Where at?
Up north, I'm in the suburbs.
Way up north.
Which is like, if they're calling it.
Well, so here's just a little bit of history on our superintendent, Ed Fletcher.
Shut up.
Wow.
Shout out.
Oh, she's
Wow,
distracted by her
she's-
AI.
No.
She's distracted by her AI.
She's on her
She's
phone.
She's
No,
like, it's
I
Wow.
had another coworker I needed to respond to.
There's another coworker besides us.
So,
Shout out Miss Pickerel.
okay, shout
Shout
out.
out.
So when Mr. Fletcher first got here, the kids loved him, and they would have the hashtag Fletch for Prez because he would call school at the drop of a hat. He got the nickname of One Flake Fletcher.
One Flake Fletcher.
One Flake Fletcher. I mean, we missed school one day because of wind. It was too windy.
A wind day.
Yeah, we had a wind day, and
Yeah,
and I get
I
it
get it.
because we have a north-south road, the 4-lane that's wide open, nothing but cornfields between here and Roseville.
Catch the buses.
And the year before, a bus from a different school district blew over.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, we're not having school that day." But on Tuesday night, he was the last one in the area to call it.
Yeah,
I
that was-
know.
Like,
That's
my
pretty
wife
crazy.
is talking to her weather bugs. I'm talking to my weather bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, Mercer County's out. Knoxville's out. United's out. ICS is out. We're all in the same town.
Kat and I were like watching all these texts come in, and then as soon as I heard ICS, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, because they
I'm like, "They're literally right across the street."
and they usually just go with what we do.
Right.
They're like, "We're
It's like what?
So-
he hasn't called up yet."
Yeah, so he called it, the A-Town called out, and usually when Galesburg falls, everybody falls. And so I'm like, well, he's got to go. And then a few minutes later, and it just, so the one thing, and I was talking to the junior high choir about this today, and they were a little squirrely, but they came to school on Monday. We had bass choir on Monday for the junior high, which was really, really cool. But today was a full choir day. And they were just squirrely as all get out. I'm like, look, I get it. In your math class or your science class or English class, you miss a day, we make it up at the end. Our concerts and contests don't change dates. We lose days. So we have to work that much harder.
Yeah.
And like getting ready for IMEC, they're not happy with me, but I've called a 4-hour rehearsal for Martin Luther King Day.
There you go.
And I said, guys, it's going to be cold. Dress appropriately. I mean, they're all going to drive here. They're not, Matthew will walk because he lives a block away. I'll walk
I
because
don't
I live
know.
a block away.
I don't know who's the one that's
Essence
right.
might pick him up.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's always fun when they're late.
Mr. Perry, you can't say that.
Too late. I'm boiling.
Been
Write
said.
down the timestamp.
Been said. So, like, we, as a rehearsal group or a performance group, when you don't have school, you don't have rehearsal, you miss that day. And I'm sure all of you music teachers that listen to us, I am sure all of your kids take their instruments home with them every day. They have their recordings, they have all their sheet music, they have their folders, and they practice at home every single night. I am absolutely sure that happens.
Positive, yes.
So that on a snow day or an e-learning day,
We get better.
they can practice. 99% of our kids don't. But so the emphasis of we just lost 2 days, and we're probably going to lose a third and possibly a fourth. We got to find the time to be able to get those rehearsals in and get ready for the stuff that we need to get ready for, because everything's going to be right around the corner. So
Yeah.
so last 2 days have been e-learning days, and then tomorrow potentially an e-learning day.
Next Tuesday also.
What
Crazy.
do we do in our classes for e-learning? Miss Allen?
Kind of depends on the class. Especially for the first day, since it was literally just the second day of school, I just kind of did a check-in. Anything exciting from break you want to share with me?
Did you do that?
Well, for first hour.
Did you do anything good for break? Did you do the warm fuzzy?
I did not.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I mean,
We're
I
such
didn't,
guys.
I didn't make it super comment saying hello, and then
She did the warm fuzzy
I
thing.
did.
Tell me
What?
what you did over break. Did you do anything fun? Did Santa bring you anything
No,
nice?
I just said anything because I leave it up to them. Like if there's something, because sometimes I get super awesome things from there. Like, oh my gosh, I got 5 golden retriever puppies or something. Like, I want to know that thing.
there was a kid.
So
And during COVID, that was in a meeting, and he's like, "Y'all want to see my goat?" And he took his phone outside. It was super crunchy, crackly, because
Yes.
the internet was cutting out because of Wi-Fi, and he took it outside and watched the goat. That's pretty awesome.
those were the best moments of
Those
COVID
are
teaching.
having
Yes.
people share their farm life in rural Illinois. Awesome.
Never again.
Oh, better not.
Never
Agreed.
again.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, for first hour high school and percussion class, Lisa had the idea of why don't we have them explore J.W. Pepper and find pieces of music that they may want to play next year, which I thought was a great idea. And honestly, it was nice to see some different pieces. Definitely some repeats.
Well,
But,
and actually, the kids that actually listen to a few things,
Right.
and not just click the band
first
filter,
one.
Yeah.
and oh, there's
Well,
the first one.
I didn't even do that. I gave them just the main site, so I had they had to find
had
it. So
Yeah, no, I get
So,
it.
they
I've
do
done that
exploring.
assignment before in the past, and that's where I got All Star. One of
Oh,
those
nice.
students
That's
was like,
awesome.
"You need to do this for me." I think
Yeah.
we might do the Spice Girls. There's a Spice Girls.
So tell me what you want.
Yeah,
What you really,
yeah.
really want.
Yeah,
That
Spice.
was so good.
Wannabe.
Yeah, wannabe.
I think you should have done All-Star for IMEC. That would have brought
We
down the house.
we still might.
You still might?
We still might. I mean,
Right, you
I
haven't
need.
done your, it's not set in stone yet?
It was set in stone 2 months ago. I had to send the program in,
wow.
so that it's set in
Yes.
stone in the booklet that we get for IMAC.
It's called
Right.
Encore.
But your program, yeah, seriously.
My program's not. I haven't completed my program yet.
Okay.
Oh,
But I don't care. If we miss 3 or 4 more days, we're gonna have to do oldie but goodie stuff.
Yeah.
And because
that would really.
yeah. So anyway, back to.
I think the kids wouldn't mind that, just because it's
Oh no, they're working their butts off. It
good.
is. Today was a pretty intense rehearsal, and they're really coming a long way. But I'm gonna feel really comfortable about 3 songs, I think. And
That's fire.
Fire's going to be 4 songs. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to feel okay about Fire. Fire's fine. I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not. It looks very, very difficult. It's not that difficult, and it sounds impressive. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it sounds really impressive, and
Yeah.
it's really cool.
So yeah, for first hour in percussion, so first and third hour, we did that assignment for day one, e-learning. Piano class, I found it's hard to do for piano. For me, I think it's hard for piano class because you look up fun piano videos. It's just all these tutorials of people showing you how to play piano. That one probably isn't actually really the notes. 2, it's like way too advanced. And 3, the kids probably don't have like pianos at home to use, right? I did have 2 kids say that they got pianos for Christmas.
I had one too.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was like Maverick, shout out, and Olivia Fuller, I think it was, shout out.
Shout out.
So I think they said they both got keyboards.
I had
awesome.
one in my piano 4 class.
That's pretty cool.
Yes,
Mr. Ferry raising your hand.
Can't get Lisa to shout. No,
Hey, we have to hit our quota.
I got an email yesterday. The First Christian Church is getting rid of their grand piano
Oh.
and want to give it to us.
Oh.
But where are we going to put it?
The gym.
The Performing Arts Center, which
Are we seriously talking?
I was like,
you didn't reply to the text.
I know, because I can do whenever. I will drop everything for you. This is not true.
that's another tangent, but we have been talking about like the possibility of getting a performing arts center, officially, unofficially. A lot of schools in our region actually have them, and they're pretty. I mean, they're like Rushville.
Where has one?
Rushville. That's like the best, like one of the best ones. Geneseo has one too.
Geneseo.
Did we?
Geneseo has one too.
Okay.
Galesburg
Large
has a new auditorium.
region. Okay. We're
Large,
talking about Geneseo
West
now.
Central-ish.
Isn't United, or aren't they getting, or don't they have
go
a new
through the-
auditorium?
They might.
I don't think
I
I've
don't know
ever
now.
stepped foot in that high school.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's beautiful. United High School is beautiful. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
We love United.
Yes,
It's beautiful.
Oh, we always love and support all our local
Yeah,
schools.
um,
But anyway, it was a conversation that was brought up because if you were to take a tour of our school, I mean, there's a lot of good things that we have, but it's when it comes to growing a program, and this could be something that if you're in a situation where you're like, I need all this equipment, or I'm trying to grow a program and things. Sometimes you just need space, and if your school doesn't have it, you might need to bring up saying, hey, we need to build on to the school. And I know it seems like a really easy thing to say, but like we have expressed the need, and honestly, we have so many examples of why we need it and how it can benefit also the school, the community, and our students at the same time.
Well, and our band room is on the first floor. Mm-hmm. The stage entrance of our auditorium is on the second and a half floor.
Yes, half.
There's no elevator access to that half.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the foyer entrance, the guest entrance to our auditorium is it's like floor 2 3/4. So, and everything's stairs. Like, you can elevator to second floor and walk up some stairs. You can elevator to third floor and walk down some stairs. But there's no way to get to our auditorium. Like, I'm sure a lot of people that are listening to us from other schools are like, well, our band room's connected to backstage, and we have a double door that we just roll our timpani and xylophones and marimbas and whatever. We just roll our stuff right onto the stage and set it up. When we have a concert, I mean,
event.
our sound shell, our risers are stored in a shed across the alley, and we've got to bring it in and again, up an elevator, up or downstairs, and we've got to carry all this stuff. And
It's a lot of strain on us, the directors, the students, and the custodial staff, which it's like, and for like percussion, it takes away time from class. We have to class, like literally whole class times to move this equipment. And then like when we don't have enough time to move it, well, we can't rehearse the next day because we have to move the other half of it. So it's where we've definitely expressed like our need for something like a space that's like we can use plus everything. But we got confirmation. Mr. Ferry gave us confirmation the other day that we are to have a meeting
with the architect.
And say like, hey, these are the things that we're looking for. What can we do? which is incredible. I think that's such a
Yeah, it's step
great-
one.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see. Like,
I do want to be at the meeting, by the way.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
I
for
didn't
sure.
respond to the text.
yeah, it's
but
because you hate us.
what are you doing right now?
Yeah, let's go meet with the
you want me to
architect
go
right now.
respond to the text right now?
Might
No,
as well.
no.
Might as well. Gotta get the
No,
boing.
my phone's not turned off.
Aw, gotta get the boing.
Anyway, so e-learning.
So first and third hour. For my piano class, I did. I was saying it's hard to find a video about piano that they could even it's worth. So I did I think it's Daniel Thrasher. Have you ever seen those videos? He's the guy who's I wrote an original song, and he's talking to himself with the two different characters. And they're like, okay, go and play it. And so he starts playing a song, and he's like, okay, wait, hey, hang on, speed that up or slow that down, or wait, make this a ragtime or whatever, and it ends up being a theme song to a show or a popular top. And then he's
That sounds cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool because it's how you change the context of a melody makes it different, but you can still kind of tell. So I showed that, and I asked the kids what are some things that you thought were different about that, because again it's piano related. But then I found a different video that was the importance of music and context. So this video was it's really important to have the right music with the right scene, because if you don't, you can pair an incorrect, pair a very different mood with a very
That'd
wrong
be really
scene.
cool. That'd be really cool.
Well, and it was cool. Well, because because he had the video.
you take a Friday the 13th movie and you put ragtime to it.
Right, exactly.
That would
Because
be
it was
hysterical.
the first thing was he's hey, I made you some tea. And it was they're oh, it's
The
sinister.
horror
And
thing,
then it was
yeah.
and then the next one was here, I made some tea. Ha, 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 ha.
Oh,
And it's
like a love scene?
but yeah, yeah. But it's the same exact scene every time. They don't change anything.
Oh,
It's
that's-
only the music. So I asked them, I'm what's your favorite movie? And who, and I asked them
That's kinda warm fuzzy.
who's the composer that wrote it? So a little googling, and then it's why is it important that your favorite movie has to have the music important? Because and a couple of them said horror movies, so it's why is it important that music
Yeah.
has to use certain instruments in certain moods? Otherwise, it's not scary anymore. It's funny.
You know what movie my wife was watching yesterday? I came downstairs and AJ's been not feeling very good for the past several days, and
Sorry, AJ. Shout out.
shout out AJ. I came downstairs. I'm like, "You doing okay?" She's like, "Did you know?"
Mary.
Good start.
Mary, did you?
No. Did you know that there is a Dirty Dancing Havana Nights?
What?
I'm like, no. She's like, it's like Dirty Dancing 2. It's there's a second Dirty Dancing.
What?
I'm like, shut up. She's like, I'm watching it right now. I'm like, I'd never heard of it before in my life.
Wait, Dirty Dancing :
Havana Nights. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the same actors?
No.
Well,
No,
that's why you don't know.
She said Swayze's in it, and then she was like, I think it came out in 2000, and I'm like, no. I mean, I don't remember exactly when Patrick Swayze died, but
First AI CGI. Patrick Swayze.
I don't
Patrick
know who
Swayze
that
dancing.
is, honestly.
But I was like, oh, holy cow. So that's really cool. I like that concept. I do something kind of, I pick a song for them to listen to, and then I want them to write about it. So I picked Elijah Rock, Moses Hogan.
Love Moses Hogan.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun.
Shout out. Oh,
Shout out Moses
rest in
Hogan.
peace.
Oh, oops.
My bad. And then Consecrate the Place and Day, which is an awesome choir piece. And all they have to do is just give me 3 to 5 sentences of what you like about it, what didn't you, just so they're listening. I told Emma today, my daughter,
Shut up.
Shout out.
wow.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about when you did that in COVID learning and you made them write one page.
Oh, I did.
And they were all freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Ken McCants called me and he's like, the only class Kenna is scared of is yours. Oh. Does that say AJ?
Crane.
On a crane?
Yeah.
So,
shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out on a crane. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep, you're good.
Hello?
So, yeah, I mean, e-learning can look very different for everyone, and we understand that. For our because our admins are wanting us to fill in basically like a full day, air quotes, into a few hours. We're trying to keep the assignments short and easy. Our policy allows us to assign something, but if for whatever reason a student is unable to complete the assignment, it's not the end of the world, because we understand that like when students go home, they don't always have Wi-Fi.
Yep.
They don't always they might not be going home. They might be going to grandma and grandpa's house or whatever, or somewhere where they have to be, where the parents can work.
Babysitting.
It's
anything.
and that's the crazy thing. And I think that was the one big thing that when during COVID, that was like a big eye opener. Was
Absolutely.
I can't do my assignments because I'm babysitting my 3 and 4 and 6 and 7-year-old cousins and babysitters and brothers and sisters and stuff. And it was kind of like, oh my gosh, when you go home, you are like not available. You're like an adult. Yeah, it's crazy. So, we definitely allow the kids extra time in order to complete the assignments. So it's nice the way we do it. It gives the kids enough time. I told all my everyone on Monday, Monday saying like, sleep in, do the teen high school thing, but do not be that person who slacks, because when you get back on Wednesday, it's whatever the assignment was going to be the day we were supposed to be in school. It's not going to be the e-learning assignment. The e-learning assignment is just to get you by, or it might be like a small tidbit, but like you're going to have work when you get back. And then if you don't do your e-learning assignment, you're going to have that assignment on top of the work that you're already getting. So like take the day, enjoy it, but don't waste time, because you're just going to be that much farther behind, if you don't take care of the assignment. So
What were you saying about Emma?
So I told her, I said, if our next e-learning assignment, so this song's going to be like 12 minutes, because Elijah Rock and Consecrate are probably less than 3 minutes long. And I understand, right? They have math and science and all that stuff, and our kids work their butts off during rehearsal. I said it's going to be about 12 minutes long. She's like, I couldn't sing for that long. I'm like, yes, you can.
Oh, yeah,
but
you can.
I said the song that I'm going to pick for you guys, there's no singing, and I want them to listen to Stephen Reich's Come Out to Show Them.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is that? I'm like, you'd have to listen to it to understand.
Yep.
And my question will be, when timestamp when it is, because that metric come out to show them, when is it
Starting to come back.
when is it right in the middle? Like when is
Yeah.
it
when does it line up?
and a true round, quote unquote round, where kaka tata kaka tata kaka tata. When is it? What is that? So they have to at least listen to 6-ish minutes of the song.
Don't give them the answer. Again, this will probably drop before the next one.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I thought about that, or the part Magnificat.
Yeah.
That's
pretty cool.
That song's awesome, like 7 minutes long.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny that it's like, she says, like, I couldn't sing for 12 minutes. It's like, and in college we're doing, like, we did the Britain, we did both the Te Deum, and we also did the Rejoice in the Lamb. It's 45 pages.
Yeah.
And, like, some of it you sing, because it's, like, full choir, and some of it's just solos. So it's like, but you still have to, like, be standing there engaged the entire time.
Yeah. That always blows my mind. Like, because when you're performing those, it doesn't feel like 45 minutes. Like, what happens to time when you're in that space? I'm like, I go back and listen to recordings of, these pieces I did, and I'm like, how did I possibly pay attention for that long?
Yeah.
But, like, it just goes by like that.
And The Mountains Rise of Nowhere.
So
We did that one. So I saw
it's
it
like
here.
I enjoy listening to music. I really do. I enjoy watching others perform.
Yes.
And I appreciate a high quality, high level of performance.
Yes.
I enjoy and appreciate the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. I'm probably going to get damned to hell after I say this by all the music people in the world.
Uh-oh.
One year, we took a group of kids. Our senior trip used to be a 3-day trip. It was awesome. It was so much fun. We went to 2 musicals, Blue Man Group. Like we
Wow.
went to a ton of stuff and ate
awesome.
and ate and ate and ate. The food was so good. One year, we went to the Sunday matinee of the CSO. That was the last day of the trip. We sat. What do they call the area behind the orchestra?
Narthex?
It's not the. Is it the? It's not the mezzanine. I can't remember, but the like 3 rows behind.
Right behind
Yeah.
the orchestra.
Right behind the
cool.
orchestra is like people that can see can actually read the music of the
Basically,
players.
yeah.
So these kids are exhausted after 3 full days in Chicago, 2 nights in a
Oh
hotel.
my gosh, where
These
they slept none.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And I can't tell you what piece it was, but I can tell you that it was Mahler.
Oh,
And it was 85
Yeah, I was
minutes
probably
long.
Symphony 2 or 1.
And so you're fine. And so Mrs. Boostrom and I at the time,
Shout out.
Sorry, I'm looking up the.
you guys are
word
so
for-
Off
bad.
our game.
You guys are so bad. Anyway, our job as we're sitting in front of the entire crowd was to make sure our kids weren't sleeping.
Yeah.
Especially snoring.
Right.
Yep.
And quite honestly, after about 30 minutes, that was all we cared
Yeah.
about. Was don't let them snore. Because a couple of the kids that were sitting next to me were saying, hey, one of the things we're doing is counting how many people are asleep out there. And there was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot, but holy cow. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of our e-learning thing. I love the assignment of, hey, pick a song, go on JW Pepper, find a song for contest, find a song for the Christmas concert, find a song for the magical dinner. I love that kind of stuff. Yes, Lisa.
I didn't finish. I only said like one question of what I did. So I'm just another thing I did was for my second day, because we just had 2 e-learning days in a row, was go on YouTube, find a piano song you want to listen to just for enjoyment, and leave me the link of what you did. With similar vein.
Anything good?
I haven't graded yet. I want to grade once for stuff like this. So I want it to be after after
So
the
next week
attendance
on
is
Music in
due.
the Making,
Yeah, I'll tell you.
see if anybody came up with anything good
Yeah.
Yeah.
or anything that you've not heard before
Yeah,
in your
for
life.
sure. I'm guessing
'Cause you
there'll
know they're
be a
just
lot
gonna
of
YouTube-
covers, which is fine. Like,
I
hope so. That'd be awesome. I'd be like,
spinning
well,
song? Or
let
is
me-
that? No, what is that? Yeah, spinning
yeah,
song.
that's spinning song.
Spinning
Is it?
song.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Okay.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, you like that? Let me give you a live performance.
Bum, bum,
I
bum,
love
bum,
spinning
bum, bum,
songs.
bum,
Stop.
bum, bum, bum.
Stop. Make
Stop
me
hating
fun.
the spinning song?
Stop
Okay.
hating.
Okay.
You want me to go play right now?
Normalize the spinning song.
What did you say?
You want me to go play right now? Like I can. There's a piano in here.
No. So, yeah, like snow day tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe.
Unofficially. We're not the official word,
We
I
know
guess.
nothing.
Are you still trying to find out what
I
it's
wanna
called
know.
behind the
Are you serious?
CSO?
This thing says Gray Terrace.
Terrace? The terrace.
Yep.
Okay.
The terrace, yeah. Yeah, the terrace seats. Yeah, that's what it's called.
For me, and as far as you know,
not even
you being canceled or whatever you want that said, I get what you're saying. For me, so much of I get way more enjoyment from music after I'm familiar with it. So like a lot of times the first listen, I'm just like okay, but like after I've listened to it a lot, or especially like I'm a big I want to play it. Once I've played it, I can listen to it with so much more appreciation. So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, there's another song that I did in college called Behold, I Build an A-N House.
Oh.
And this song has everything in it. Like, starts off slow, a cappella, and then it speeds up, and it's got mixed meter, and it's all over the place. And then the end is like this big, huge, anthem-y hymn, bring it back down. And it's like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
And amazing piano, like a lot of piano interludes in it, and but I could listen to that all the time because I've sang it and I know what's coming up, and I know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. We did the Duraflay Requiem.
Dufoué.
Requiem.
Dufoué.
We did it both in Colorado with Boulder, with Colorado or University of Colorado University. The one with the bison. Is that Colorado University?
The Buffalo.
Whatever.
It's either CU or UC.
I think it's CU. Where's Prime, or what's his name?
Yeah.
Coach
It's
Prime,
Colorado
Coach Prime.
University.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's that
I don't
one.
know if it's CU or UC.
Yeah.
It's University of Colorado or Colorado University.
Anyway.
It's the Buffalo.
But like, we did a tour out there, and we sang with their choir. That was awesome. We did the orchestra version, but then when we got back from Macomb, we did the organ version, which is the original. And I mean, that piece is just awesome. And talk about a long piece. It's an entire requiem, so it's like 7 or 8 movements, and some of them you're singing and some of them you're not.
Does anybody else laugh when when you're in an audience that has no clue not to clap between them?
Yeah, at the symphony, it's like when we do movements. But it's like, I'll tell you what, that's like, I know it's like traditional, but like if they're loving it, it's like,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
whatever.
isn't it also like you don't clap unless it was so outstanding that you have to clap, and then it's like, okay, well then
Yeah.
there's no rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel,
like soloists, you're supposed to.
our musical director, told me at one point during musicals you weren't supposed to clap after songs
Really?
because it disrupted the flow
Yeah.
of the show, and
Well,
that's not a thing anymore.
Well, because it's like cues and stuff for like if it's
Yeah.
in the pit, like they can't hear it if they're
well, and when you
cheering.
get into the 50s and 60s musicals, that incidental music just kept flowing.
Yeah.
There was a lot more incidental music. So,
Right.
and now in the era of jukebox musicals, where it's just this.
Does anyone know what Gutenberg the musical is? I keep seeing that.
Steve Gutenberg,
I don't know.
I don't.
I'll have to Google
like
it.
the guy from Police Academy.
Maybe.
As a performer, I'm glad they clap now. Like, you get so much energy from the audience loving it. Like, it's not the same when you killed your solo in the first act,
In the first-
and then you
yeah.
don't get a clap until after the final
Yeah.
bows, and your character's already been killed.
That's another one that I find hilarious, is when audiences don't know when to or not to applaud for a jazz soloist. The jazz soloist gets done, it's okay to applaud.
Yes.
It's okay to applaud.
Or the
and
director
people like
comes
look at
down
you.
and is like, clap, dang it.
Yeah, people are looking around like, why are you clapping? Well, because soloist just did 16 32-bar improv.
Why don't you know all the rules?
Yeah, and there are, that could be a whole nother episode. The unwritten rules.
We're gonna write them down.
Concert etiquette. Jessica Zabransky,
Shout out.
Shout out.
who used to be a band director here years and years ago, then was at Rock Ridge. Now she's somewhere in Iowa. I think she's teaching grade school now.
Davenport.
When they hosted contest at Rock Ridge, she would have like in the program like concert etiquette.
That's awesome, yeah.
Like, this is what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. And like, we don't talk about that enough. I know at the fall concert I turned around and shushed people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
this isn't a basketball game, it's not a volleyball game, it's not a football game. When they're singing, shut up.
Yeah, so going to a performance is definitely not a lost art, but it's just like culturally, it's just not a thing that people are used to going to.
Right.
I think for like a home concert, it's like one thing, but it's like, it's like you should really understand how it, like the traditionalness of it, because it
like-
can be distracting,
Yeah, this is where they need to learn that. So,
Yeah.
because when they have the opportunity in their life, hopefully to go see Chicago Lyric Opera, to go see Chicago Symphony Orchestra, we
Yeah.
want them to know
Right.
how to. And obviously, it's going to be a little different, but
Yeah. But like
To
for like
know
the
how
winter
to
concert,
behave.
like like All for Christmas is You. It's like as soon as they hear that last note, they're getting up and cheering. Like, and that's kind of
Well, yeah.
you don't want to hold that in the air. Like,
Our kids were standing up and singing.
yeah.
Like,
well, he told them ahead of time. That
Yeah,
was-
I didn't say- I
he
didn't say
said
that
go
was
ahead
okay.
and sing, but then
Yeah.
they stood up and they had fun and
Yeah.
and I think that's important too. But yeah, it's also our job to teach them. Hey, this is what you do. We had a conversation the other day about IMEC when we're the first performer, and then one of the suburban high schools is after us. And we're going to come back in and we're going to try to find a seat or stand. And we're going to, you're going to shut up and you're going to listen and you're going to applaud. And yes, I know everybody in their mind when they listen, and maybe not everybody, but a lot of people in their mind as they're listening to other high school groups, there's compare contrast. You're thinking, is my group better? Oh man, they're way better than my group. Or no, my group's way better. And you're always going to have some of that, but appreciate what they're doing and how they're doing it, and the fact that they're there doing it in front of all these people. That's just. I'm not 100% worried, but I've got a little worry that I might have a kid or two not stay focused for the entire time, and we might have to do something about that. But I think concert etiquette, especially at our concerts, I
think they also need to understand too, like where they are. Like this is not just another performance. Like this is like these are people who know, maybe not necessarily know the song you're singing. Some of them might, but like these are people that know because they've been in your shoes, and this is what they do every day also. And, but it's also like for them too to understand that like it's not a comparison contest. It's not like the whole point of us is to compare ourselves to others. It's for others to learn from you. Yeah. And then you to learn from others. Yep. Like that's the whole purpose of these conferences, is just for us to keep continuing to share.
Oh, I love I love going to the concerts at IMEC because I get to hear different interpretations of music, of a song that I may have done in the past or am thinking about doing in the future. Yeah. But I also can get a piece of like, oh, I love that song. Now look in the program, what's the name of that song?
Yeah, no.
And then, I think and I don't think that it's guilt. We're all guilty of that, right? We all do that. Like, oh, I love that song. That sounds
Yoink.
awesome. I would love to do that piece of music. And, so I've always found it enjoyable just to.
Oop, you all right, bud?
You okay?
Yeah. Slid out of his chair.
Did you slide out of your chair?
No. He dropped his
Did
Switch.
you drop your Nintendo?
Yeah. Is that all
right? Be careful. But yeah, I've stolen lots of music, and one of the things I love about hosting organizational contests is you have to put your pieces in, like you have to
put
type
everyone's pieces in.
So I get to see them all.
Yeah.
And like I'm seeing what they're doing, and it's really interesting to me. Like one of my best friends, Sam Wan, is the choir director at Mercer County.
Shout out.
She was quick on Mercer County.
She was.
Absolutely. Love Mercer County.
Okay.
It's rusty.
But it's rusty. Definitely rusty Ruggles.
Shout out.
For context, Mr. Fornoff works there.
Who's that?
I don't. Mr.
Fornoff?
Hallen.
You better.
Mr. Hallen. Oh, why did you just say that? Mr. Hallen. I know Mr.
Because they're
Hallen.
not married yet.
But Sam is 28, 30 years old, 32. He's in that, late 20s, early 30s. And the style of music that he brings to contests is completely different than what I have as my standard repertoire for music. And it's really interesting to see how that is kind of evolving. And I just find that interesting, and I love hearing what other people are doing, and I also think it's cool when people pick the same thing that I picked. So
definitely validates you a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'm hopeful that the school that's going after us at IMEC doesn't repeat. That could be pretty interesting.
Filling up some water over there pretty noisily.
I guess somebody needed to get some.
I've been talking so much, my mouth's dry.
Lisa episode.
I just want to say, I think this is because it's not Friday after a 5-day week when I'm just like dead in my chair. We had 1 day of school, we had 2 days at home, we had 1 more day of school. I can podcast now. I am ready to talk.
When do we start the episode?
You haven't been recording the whole time, have you?
Let's do the
welcome back
next
to an
10
episode.
episodes right now. I'm ready. we have a
Jeremy emailed and it's an update. I was like, but it's for tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow's game's already been canceled?
Yeah.
But today's game's still on.
Yeah.
Pep band, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm having the drum majors start to conduct them, so I'll just be
shout out
assisting.
Matthew.
Shout out.
No
Matthew.
national anthem for the Madrigal Singers tonight.
Nope.
Boom, boom. I'm
gotcha.
going to go home. I'm going to grill up a bunch of food. So it's
Ready to go for
cooked and
tomorrow.
ready to go for the next 3 or 4 or 5 days.
Gosh, I can't believe. Like, this is what we get for having a 40-degree Christmas.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, yeah, anyway, e-learning, it's a good time. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from any of you what you do for e-learning. I think it's
some ideas would be nice. 'Cause
yeah.
It's like,
so it's not the same old.
Right.
I think I might do the J.W. Pepper thing. The find a song to replace. I like that assignment. I think that's really really.
or like, I mean, if they like a song that they've done, say, look at the composer and then find another piece of theirs, so that they can kind of see like, oh, well, if I like this song, then chances are this other composer. Shout out Randall Standridge. I like your stuff, man.
Shout out.
I didn't realize he had another one I technically did we read last year.
Did you meet him at Midwest?
I met him 2
He's
years
like
ago.
BFFs with him.
I met him 2 years ago and talked with him, but this year he had a huge line, so I talked to his partner, and I had a good conversation with that because I made it a goal to possibly get on their publication this year by Midwest.
Dang.
By Midwest of this year, I told myself I know you get at least get like 1 piece or 2 pieces to them to like be published by them. So that's my goal for this year.
Do they have a lot of different composers?
They do. He's
Okay.
got about like 8 or 9, and I asked like what are the things they're looking for, and they're like oh well it's not so much just like something specific, but like you send us your ideas, he goes through them and he's like I really like this, however edit this a little bit and then we can publish it.
Cool.
So and actually I don't know if I told you guys, Alex Bennick, shout out.
Shout out.
He actually reached out to me and asked me to write something for Kiwani this year, so I'm already working on that.
For who?
Kiwani.
Oh my gosh.
Kiwani. So I've actually already started working on that for them.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
It's been fun to like write. Like it's so weird because it's like you feel like you're in this box of like I can only, but it's like that's the beauty of like no one's telling me how to do it. It's just kind of like I do a little bit each day, and then the ideas start to flow. And then it's like we've experienced so much music that we like and we don't like. So we try to just take our ideas from like, okay, this sounds good. And also like being a director who knows what things to stay away from like certain instruments and what instruments, like what are good for some instruments, other pieces that we played that like, it's not just the same type of lines.
You mute the French horn or the horn.
Yeah, I omitted them
No
because
horn.
it sounds best when it's not in the score at all.
It's hard to tune a horn.
but you can
But
tune
you
a
can tune a
fish.
fish. Yeah.
Got it. So excited about that. So that's been working on.
That's
so,
pretty cool.
he
I
said-
can't write for crap.
Yeah, they're like it's their 100th anniversary for the band program or something. So
At Kiwani?
Hey, Kiwani.
Kiwani?
Kiwani. So
Kiwani.
I've been definitely enjoying that process. So that piece I probably won't publish. It'll be just probably for them. But
Isn't it
Working
commissioned for Kiwani by
Yeah.
Arturo
it would
Martinez?
be. Yeah, but I wouldn't like it'd be their piece and their piece alone. So unless they gave me permission to like, oh yeah, go ahead and sell it, because it's like you don't want their piece to be a contest. You know what I mean? A piece written for them. I guess it could
I mean,
be.
that commission
Lake
Yeah, I
pieces
guess
are
Lake Zurich
all the
Celebration.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
That was written for Lake Zurich High School, and
That's true.
I've heard many bands
Jefferson County Overture.
do it. Jefferson
what we're
County
doing.
Overture, yeah.
Where's the Mercer County Overture?
Oh, you
Come
need
on,
to write the
Chris.
Mercer County
Um,
Overture as much as you
I
love Mercer
think-
County. I wonder where Lisa's going to be here next. Rusty's going to retire. Crispin's going to take the head band job, and there goes Lisa to Mercer County.
Horn
No,
extraordinaire.
that's not what's going to happen.
I'm going to be the head director.
No, that's not what I'm saying either.
So that's been fun. But that's one of my goals this year is to.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I've sent some stuff to Carl Fisher too. I met a guy
You met a guy.
Met a
Met a guy
Met a guy.
from Carl Fisher, and they said that they'd look at my stuff too. So it's exciting. Something different.
It'd be
As
awesome.
if I don't have enough things to do. But some composing was always something that I thought if I could just find my groove, I can do it. I've been doing it. It's been fun. So let me know when you want a choir piece with no words, because don't ask me for words. I'll just write chords.
I've asked 2 different people to write something for our choir, and neither of them have done it.
Unshout out.
I'll shout out to them. They will not be shout out said.
One of them might be Mr. Furner.
Oh, uh-oh.
The thing is, I think people don't think you're serious when you say that. And I've told him, I'm like, he is serious. He will sing it. He wants that.
Yeah, that's serious. Composition major,
Not me.
not composing. I'm like, you want to compose something? I'll pay you. This is what I want. Okay. Crickets.
His internet didn't work all day when he was stuck at home with this actual snow day, so
Yeah, those schools
He
that are
might
actually
need
taking snow
some-
days and have to make this stuff up, like
Yeah,
A-Town.
yikes.
yeah, not
So Mercer
great.
County's not e-learning. I love
Yeah.
that we just, I'm not a fan of the e-learning, whatever, it's
No.
fine, but that we don't have to make it up.
Right.
Awesome. Who's that?
216 potential spam.
Potential spam. I love that my
But spam
phone
is tasty.
knows spammy.
Right. So.
All
anyway,
right.
Well, we've got a little long, but
Yeah, I
mean,
got
it's,
stuff to do.
It's been.
One wink since you looked at me, dropped your arms to the side and said, I'm sorry. I know that's not right.
Yeah.
But-
bare naked ladies.
I
Right?
I'll
don't
tell
know
you
that's
what,
not right.
and I mean this in all sincerity, and Lisa's going to take this the wrong way. I love,
She looks at me immediately.
I love bare naked ladies. Freaking love bare naked
I was
ladies.
gonna
I
say-
love their music. I
That's the only
love
song I know by
that.
them. That's the only song I know by them.
$1 million? If I had $1 million.
He didn't know Fireball.
I didn't know Fireball was a thing.
Fireball.
But
Now it's like a challenge or something.
I'm Mr. World.
no, it's always been popular. It was
Oh,
just
okay.
you.
I just was not. I was listening.
He
to
was just
Beethoven.
thinking,
I was in a Beethoven.
Miss
high
Helen, you want me
school.
to drink Fireball? What? No.
Okay.
He chose it. He
You
chose
think
it
our
without
band should
knowing
drink
it.
Fireball? Jeez, you're so inappropriate. No, but I absolutely. I'm going to say it wrong. It's the Apartment song. Is it Old Apartment?
Sure.
Oh, it's sadistic as all get out. Like he's a stalker at the old apartment. And, oh, it's just bad, but funny.
Your homework is to go listen to that song.
Yeah, for sure. We should all, as a music department, the e-learning assignment for tomorrow.
Listen to that song.
No, everybody listen to Rite of Spring.
Ooh. Pick your and tell us your favorite movement. I like the one where they had notes.
The other one is what is it? 4 minutes 13 seconds, whatever that. John
Yeah,
Cage.
Yeah.
Like, go listen to
Lid
that
up,
song.
lid down. Oh my
So
gosh,
they
and
all get-
oral
are you-
skills. Like we had to play in Pagioni's class. We had to play.
What did you say? What?
Oral skills?
Oral?
Oral.
Did you not take that
Oral.
class? Dude?
What are oral skills?
Wait, are you being serious?
I thought it was oral skills.
No.
No, oral
A-U-R.
as in your ear.
Oh no,
Ear-roll.
Oh, we call it
Ear-roll
sight singing and ear training.
Yeah, well, that's what we had as oral, A-U-R-A-L, oral skills. But like part of
Arturo
part of that
skills.
was best skills. But we had to play that dun 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 with the chords, and that was like one of our tests. It was awesome.
I had for error detection in conducting. Dr. Fansler gave me that one. Yes. An arrangement of Rite of Spring with some mistakes written in. I had to find.
Shout out Fansler.
Shout out, Dr. Fansler.
Shout out
He-
that I did not have to do that by
he
semester
gave
when I
it-
got a master's.
No, this was in undergrad.
Oh my
This was
gosh!
senior.
my theory teacher is like, I don't know what everybody else teaches like I should, but I don't. we're going to take this one day in theory class and we're listening to the Rite of Spring because nobody's getting out of my class without listening to the Rite of Spring.
That's
like,
cool.
Ugh.
And what is it? It's like a G major over E major or something like that. It's like the two.
He's talking
major
to you,
chords.
'cause-
Two major
I
chords on top
don't
of it.
know.
You took the class. Anyway.
I
It's
don't have
been.
perfect pitch.
What reason you look
It's
at me?
been- yeah. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, the mashup. We should. What can we find to mash up? What pop song can we mash up with Rite of Spring?
Oh gosh. Fireball! Dun 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 dun. Fireball! Dun 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 dun. Anyway,
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Anyway,
Like,
well,
how do you not know Fireball?
dude, I didn't listen to any pop stuff in high school, like ever. Like it was all band
It's not
music.
that old.
It was 2014, wasn't it? Okay, looking it up. Hang on, looking it up.
What year was Fireball by Pitbull released?
It was released on July 23rd, 2014 as the second release from Pitbull's 8th studio.
Oh wait, 2014. I'm dumb. I was in college. I was in college. Yeah, even worse time for me to listen to pop songs. I was constantly listening to my band music, orchestra music, like every day. I listened
Nerd.
to every piece 5 times a day so that I can internalize it. So when I go to rehearsal, I know my part.
For
and I
the
can-
third bassoon part?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, definitely for the contrabassoon part. Definitely, because I'd be mostly resting. I'd sit in orchestra, and I would listen, and I'd hear something wrong on the strings, and I'd be like, he's gonna stop. I'd put the person next to me, and then sure enough, he'd stop, and it'd be like, I'm like, it's gonna be a string, it's gonna be a like violin thing, and he's like, violins. And
I
I'm like,
used
oh,
to
no.
be at
I
that
just
point,
knew
like
that songs.
for musicals and stuff, like I would listen to them so much that I knew. And the first one I did that with was Jesus Christ Superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could conduct the whole thing before I even looked at the music
Yeah.
ever. Like and figuring out in my head when it was 5/4 and 7/8, and because thank you Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Mm-hmm. I do miss like being at that level, like, but I feel like I'm missing part of that mainly because I'm not performing it. Like I'm conducting it and directing it and like telling people how to play it, but because I'm not in that seat, I don't feel like I know it as well as I would just be doing both, like being in the seat, playing it, and also, because if I played it first and now I'm conducting it, then I'd be like, oh, I know both levels, but I feel like I only scratch the surface. So it's nice to be playing in a symphony orchestra regularly so I can like keep some of those skills up. But anyway, all right, we have gone quite a long ways, but like Lisa said, we've had a lot of energy since we haven't had to do much this week because of e-learning, and boy, it's not looking great for the next few days. But we hope that you guys are staying safe and warm, or if you're like in Florida and it's only like 60 degrees out,
Yep.
well, we hope you enjoy that.
Shout out Abby and
My
Angie.
mom
Shout
called
out my parents.
My mom lives in Austin, Texas. And
get
she
snow?
called me on Tuesday to make sure, are we okay? Da, 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 da. She's like, it's really cold down here. It's 50. Tomorrow it's supposed to be back up in the 70s. I'm like, shut up. Shut
think it's
up.
snow,
I
I
mean,
think.
9.5 years and I'm headed south. I don't know where, but I shoveled so much freaking snow over the last 2 days. I still
Yeah.
have more to do, and then more's coming in.
More tonight, yeah.
I need to call a guy. I need to get a hold of a guy. Plow my snow rather
Yeah.
than me shovel, because it's not fun. All right, so
Thank you so much, everyone,
yep,
for another episode.
your merch is here. If you ordered merch, if you haven't ordered merch and you want to, you can go to our socials and you can see the order form there. You simply Venmo Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez runs the Venmo account at Music in the Making Podcast on Venmo. And in the what it's for, you put down your shirt size and shirt style that you want. And as soon as we get 12 new orders, we can place the next order, because they won't do one at a time or 3 at a time. It's got to be a minimum order of 12. But again, we'll figure out what day and what time at IMEC that we're gonna all meet up for Music in the
Yeah.
Making podcast and
Yeah.
make fools of ourselves and have a lot of fun. But
It's gonna but I feel good that we're gonna stir up so much. Like, what is that?
yeah,
Like,
that's
so
my
much.
hope.
And we're like, we're gonna see them all
I've
the-
got to figure out. I want to talk to Kellogg Printing. I think I want to get like 100 of those index cards
Sure.
made up with our logo, and then all of our social media stuff on one side. And I think I'm gonna. That can't be ridiculously expensive. I wouldn't imagine, but I really want to do that, and we can pass them out and see if anybody
Yeah.
anybody is interested, I'm going to have the Music in the Making logo and stuff in our program. Mm-hmm. So,
Are you seriously?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
All the subscribers at IMEC.
You rock.
Well, I mean,
Elijah Rock.
Oh, E, Lie, Ja, Oh,
Elijah Rock.
E, Lie, Ja. Anyway,
Elijah Rock.
Anyway. Yeah. So reach out to us on email. Send us an email. Like, what are your ideas for e-learning? Definitely, what topics do you want us to cover, if any? And reach out to us. Follow us on social. If you like what you hear, tell a friend. My daughter said you guys think you're so funny. I think we are.
I think we're hilarious.
I'm pretty sure she's.
She don't know. She don't listen.
Except when she's like, Dad, 2 minutes into the podcast, your phone went.
Have you even listened to the track
timestamps.
live from track episode? Because that's like our best episode. First,
The live track episode.
it's still
is
not
really
our best
fun.
episode though. Our first episode is the very best, most listens we've ever had.
Yeah, I wish more people would, share it. But we are going to work on a new intro since we are on episode 21. Mm-hmm. We're going to work on a new intro, and hopefully we can get a little creative with that, and because it's not a new venture anymore. It's old.
It's current.
Yeah. What, Miss Allen?
I am so sorry, but I think you'll appreciate this. Talking about the track episode, we were having a marching band planning meeting, and I just started saying something that was probably really important and profound, and one of the people on it, who was a host, left, and the meeting cut off right as I was starting to talk.
It's pretty
and
funny.
it just felt very reminiscent of track 2023.
Passes the mic, cuts out.
I don't even
know.
touch it now.
I don't even know, and I don't even know what it's like. If it's like it's something inside that it's like it knows it's rattling, so it cuts it. I don't know, but that was hilarious. So funny.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lisa.
I'm going to go back. I have a feeling we're going to have time this weekend, and I'll listen to old podcasts, and I'll be like, episode 1,
Clip this.
this, and
Yeah. I'm down. You just let me know,
yeah,
and I'll work on it.
and I think it'd be hilarious if the entire intro there's not one sound drop of Lisa.
The Lisa episode. that wasn't-
Except Emma did say 22.
That was pretty great.
So she listened to the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, there you go.
So hopefully we got the
That's the hardest part.
the
Starting
stat
the
for somebody listening to it.
Yes.
Because they made it to boing, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Very good.
But anyway, hey, thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Tell people, and we'll be back sometime next week for episode 22.
Oh, I'm gonna get copy struck so hard on that one.
Bring it
No,
on.
it's got to be 30 seconds or less.
Oh,
if
that's
you're
true.
30 seconds or less, I think you're okay.
I will say, really quick, and this will be the last thing. I looked up on YouTube because I obviously upload all the episodes. If you didn't know, we're on YouTube as well. I put on the episode 17, part 2, when Kat came in and she was singing that Fleetwood Mac song, and I put that in as part of the episode. And I was like, ooh, wait, this might be a little bit too long. I'm like, it's all right. YouTube will let me know, whatever. And then I looked, and it's copyright approved by Fleetwood Mac. And I was like, so they
listened to our episode?
So, well, I don't know about that, but they at least approved of
AI
us using
did.
they at least approved of us using their clip. So thank you, Fleetwood Mac. I appreciate that. Shout out. Shout out to Mick Fleetwood and Mac. Donald, I don't know what his name is. I don't know who the other guy is.
Bill.
And Stevie Nicks.
Bill Mack.
Anyway.
What? It's 5?
It's after 5.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, time to go. Girl, gotta go. Bye.